that we finally managed to do this. So coming to my roles and responsibilities, in my current role, I am supporting the distribution and the channel business of the Dell EMC overall ISG business, which mainly stands around the Dell server business, right? So my main role and is to my main responsibility basically is to is to enable our partners, train them, and to make sure that the resellers and the distributors stocking the right products at the right pricing, which makes us stand on par with the competition, right? So, I mean, you must agree that we as Dell EMC, we have a comprehensive portfolio, right? So it's unmatched and unparalleled in the industry, unlike any other, the competitor in the market. So it's all about enabling our partners to drive that strategy message, cascade this into the customers and to the, the system integrators into the market, so that they understand exactly our story, our strategy, our go-to-market, and the value that we bring on the table for our partners, for our customers, so that they understand it. And we are here, we are the industry leaders in the, the endpoints, all the way from servers and the storage to the HCI, to the, the networking and the security part of it, right? I've been with Dell in Dubai from last 12 years. Prior to this, I was in Ireland for a couple of years. So overall with Dell, it's been like a long journey. It looks like I've been born and brought up here. It's been 17 years now since I've been with Dell. Brilliant. So it's been a quite a long journey. It doesn't look like long if I look at my Dubai, since I started in Dubai, it just looks like it's been a few months, although it's almost 12 years now.
12 years, it's absolutely flown. And obviously I'm from Ireland, so whereabouts in Ireland did you work for a couple of years?
I was with Dell in Cherrywood.
Dell. Oh, okay, cool. So you were there for a couple of years and then moved to the Middle East?
Absolutely, yes, yeah.
And have you always been tasked with the responsibility of the distribution end of things at Dell? Or have you always been on that side of things?
Yeah, so when I was in Ireland, it was, I have worked in different roles and different capacities within Dell. In Ireland, I was in sales and the pre-sales kind of role. Moving back to Dell in Dubai, it was, I started with G500 customers. We had a list of the large 200 to 300 customers active within the region, supporting them and helping them from the pre-sales and the sales perspective. And from in the last 5 to 7 years, I've worked in different capacities as well.
Yeah. No, that's a great answer. Very, very comprehensive. Obviously, as you touched upon, Dell are a leader, an industry leader here across the Middle East in terms of the products and solutions they're able to provide. But obviously, the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic has disrupted global supply chains. It's ground the global economy to a halt in many ways. So I would just want to know, how has the current crisis affected, sort of your day-to-day operations as an enterprise distribution lead in terms of those supply chains and the distribution that you're involved in?
I mean, personally, myself and my team, we are not impacted from the overall work from home.
You're able to still do your job.
So we are still able to address the the customer, be able to work with the customer, talk to the customers, have the meetings on the Zoom, or whether it's a Teams or whatever is the flexible tool for the customers which they are able to work with.
Yeah,
you're fine. But in terms of helping the customers, where enabling their remote workers, enabling their remote endpoints, it's about bringing our story to them. There was never a better time than now in order to bring our story to our customers and tell them what exactly we as Dell EMC can do in order to help them in their work from home strategy. In terms of the workers, in some cases, we have customers who have 80 to 100% of the entire workforce that is working from home.
Yeah.
Right. So not just about enabling the remote workers, it's also about supporting the IT needs. It's supporting the systems that are backing up in the back end. There is an entire infrastructure that goes, there are the applications that needs to be protected. There is a sensitive information. There are remote workers who are using various types of endpoints. Could be a notebook, it could be a corporate notebook, it could be their personal iPad, it could be it could be their handheld device. So it's about ensuring that the customers understand, and we totally echo the customers' concerns. We are aligned with what customers needs from us.
Yeah.
It's about how do we protect these? It's a heightened security of these endpoint devices. How we can help them in securing these devices. Right? So many of our customers are coming back with their challenges about, if we are
So
going.
they're coming back to you guys and saying, look, can you help us with this? Because obviously that was going to be my next question, in terms of, it is a big transition for companies that maybe aren't as tech savvy or have the resources that a company like Dell EMC would have. So moving from a traditional, their traditional work environment to a virtual workplace is a big challenge.
Yeah.
So it's fantastic that they have a partner in Dell EMC that they can lean on for help and support.
Yeah. So a lot of customers are having the challenges which are not something new to us. We have been asked these questions from the customers who already were remote prior to the situation developed. So we have been helping the customers in the past, and it now becomes even more evident with the current situation that we help our customers who are not able to have the resources or the workers on site. The main challenges the customers are currently, asking us, bringing to us, it's about how do we get a massive amount of the remote workers productive as soon as possible, delivering those, the applications they need to work from where they need to work from. So it's about getting the critical workers who need these powerful workstations, or who can handle the highly sensitive information remotely.
Yes.
Because what it means for the customers is, earlier when the sensitive information was to be managed from on-site, it's now being managed remotely. Now instead of being within the firewall, it is now outside the firewall.
Outside the firewall. Okay, so security is a big aspect and concern for them.
It's absolutely a highest concern, highest point of concern from the customer's standpoint. How do we address these things? So it's about extending the security profile for these endpoints or the end user devices which are remote in the new location. It's about the critical workers getting the network performance. There could be some workers who need the high level of network performance in terms of downloading a lot of data.
Yeah.
So they want to make sure that these applications that the remote workers are using, they're not creating a bottleneck, because we do understand some of our customers, some of the remote workers of our customers, if they are not able to download or have access to the network intensive applications, it creates bottleneck, and this may mean loss of millions of dollars in opportunity for them. So we are well placed, we are well positioned, we have been helping the customers in the past. And how are we helping the customers, in order to address these concerns? It's not just about the endpoints, it's not just about the Dell PCs or the Dell notebooks, it's also about the entire infrastructure that is going behind it in order to enable our customers, in order to be well positioned to have their workers be placed outside without having to worry about the security and about breaches.